This Thursday, July 25th, training camp begins for the Houston Texans. So you know what that means. That's right. Football is right around the corner, boys. And I'm so excited. I mean, the preseason for the Texans is less than 3 weeks away. Think about that. In less than 3 weeks, August the 8th, the Texans are going to be playing football again, and we're going to be able to watch them on TV. And I understand it's just preseason, but, after 5+ long months without football, after this July that's been very dry in football news, I'm excited, man. Football is finally around the corner, and our Texans are going to start practicing soon. And these are real practices, too. These aren't little walkthroughs with a shirt and shorts. No, they're putting the pads on. Obviously, they won't put them on the first day, but eventually in training camp, the pads will come on, and this is when you can actually legitimately judge a player on how he's doing on the field. You know how during OTAs and many camps I was saying the whole time, take it with a grain of salt. They're not actually practicing. They're just walkthroughs, shirt and shorts. They're not actually getting physical. In training camp, they get physical. So, excited about that. But, before we get into some things that you guys should watch out for in training camp, things y'all should listen for, there's something I want to address. And that is the Texans putting J.J. Watt and DeAndre Hopkins on the PUP active list. I saw a lot of Texans fans freaking out, and this is literally no concern at all. You should be zero concerned. That is the level of concern you should be. Literally, there is nothing going on here. All it is DeAndre Hopkins and J.J. Watt are both getting some extra time off. J.J. had a little small knee surgery in January, and you guys know D-Hop was dealing with the messed up shoulder and messed up ankle from late last season. They're just getting extra time off. It's not like, oh my god, J.J. Watt broke his neck. Oh my god, DeAndre Hopkins is missing a foot. It's nothing like that. It's just literally the Texans are being smart with two of their best players. And let's be real. J.J. Watt and DeAndre Hopkins are probably the last two players on this team that you really want out there having practice. J.J. and Hopkins, you already know what they do. They've been here forever, since Bill O'Brien got here, since Romeo Crennel got here. They don't need to learn any of the new schemes. They don't need to do anything. All they need to be doing is just chilling, resting. Why? Because if they were to, practice, they say practice makes perfect, a little cliche saying, whatever. But J.J. Watt and D-Hop, they're good. They don't need to practice. Maybe they might show up to practice, but not actually put on the pads to help the younger players. But think about it. Would you rather D-Hop and J.J. Watt practice, even though we already know what they are, would you rather them practice and risk them getting hurt? Or would you rather them sit back, relax, not get hurt, be fresh for the season, and then have younger guys like Carlos Watkins, Charles Omenihu, Vincent Smith, those guys get extra reps? If Watt and D-Hop practice in training camp, all these younger players that need the extra reps, they don't get practice time. Instead, it's getting taken up by D-Hop and Watt, who don't need the practice time. So, to me, it's good that they're holding them out extra time, because, you don't want them to get hurt. You don't want them to have a season lingering injury, because what if D-Hop isn't quite ready to go yet? What if he needs 2 more weeks? Give him the extra 2 weeks. Shit, give him till week 1. D-Hop don't need that, So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Don't freak out about that. It's nothing to worry about there, nothing to see there. Now, the next thing I want to talk about as well, Will Fuller. Will Fuller is in no list. He's not on a PUP list. He's not on any type of list. Will Fuller is probably ready to go for training camp. Now, I'm not expecting Will Fuller to go out there and, go 100%, play every single snap in training camp from day one. They're probably going to ease him in, but that's promising. Will Fuller's back. He didn't participate in OTAs and mini camps and all that, so now he's back, and that's good. Hopefully he's able to stay healthy. Now here are the things you guys should listen for. Deshaun Watson. How is he progressing? Like you guys know, the Texans got a new quarterbacks coach. He's a proven guy, Coach Russell Wilson, and now he's coaching Deshaun Watson. How can Deshaun Watson improve his game? Definitely listen out for that. And for whatever reason, a lot of Texans fans seem to forget this. This is Deshaun Watson's first full off season with his team. Think about it. 2017 when he got drafted, Tom Savage was the number one quarterback. Tom Savage was the one taking the first team reps. Deshaun was taking second team reps, and every now and then he would get first team reps. But for the most part, it was Tom Savage taking the first team reps. And then last year in 2018, he was nursing the ACL injury. So 2019 is the first year Deshaun really has, the whole offseason to work with his team. And that's really exciting because if Deshaun was doing all those things that he was doing back then, these past 2 years, imagine what he's going to do now that he has a full offseason where he's not worrying about, trying to beat out Tom Savage, trying to learn a new system coming from the college ranks to the NFL, and then nursing the ACL injury last year. He's not worrying about any of that. Now he's just worried about football. That's all in Watson's mind right now. So that's really exciting. What is Watson going to do? And it all starts in training camp. So just listen out for Watson. Now the next thing to look out for is D'Onta Foreman. Foreman was looking good in OTAs. He was like the biggest topic of conversation in OTAs. Oh my God, Foreman looks nice. And if you follow him on Instagram, you guys saw, he was working hard this offseason. He looked good this offseason on Instagram. But that's Instagram and OTAs. Let's see what he does in training camp when the pads come on, when it really matters, when these are actual practices. I'm excited for Foreman, and if you guys have been following me for a while, you guys know I wanted the Texans to draft Foreman. We drafted Foreman. I was so excited. Foreman tore his Achilles, and I pretty much lost all hope in Foreman. But I am back on the Foreman hype train ever since I saw him on Instagram. But again, like I said, that's just Instagram. That's just OTAs. Let's see what he does in training camp. Now, the next thing to look out for is Vincent Smith and Kiki QT. Now, obviously, Kiki QT is our starting slot receiver. He's going to get all the reps there. Will Fuller, he's probably going to be, not 100%. So Vincent Smith is going to take some reps from Will Fuller. And keep in mind, D-Hop is sitting out for now. So Vincent Smith can probably get more reps. So listen out for Vincent Smith and Kiki. Well, especially Vincent, because Kiki, the guy's an animal. We already know what he's going to do. We already know what he's capable of. Vincent Smith is the guy that really needs to progress as a player. The next thing, the tight ends. Jordan Thomas, Kahali Waring. I know Kahali Waring went on some list. I forgot what it was. But hopefully he's able to come back in soon. And of course you got old man Akins. Hopefully we're able to hear something about him. Just keep, an eye on the tight ends in general. And then you got Titus Howard and Max Sharping, the rookies. Oh, apparently they looked good in OTAs. But again, that's just OTAs. And when you're evaluating players in the trenches, you can't really evaluate them when they don't have pads on. So now they're going to have the pads on here real soon. So listen out for them. Let's see what they're doing, see how they're progressing, see what they can do. Next guy, Martinez Rankin. I saw Martinez Rankin working out on Instagram as well, and he's been working hard, man, and I think he's going to be the starting left guard. So listen out for Martinez Rankin. I think he's going to be a huge part of this offensive line to protect Deshaun Watson. I think he beats out Sunil Kilamedi, but listen out for Rankin. And then, this one, Julian Davenport. Haven't heard a single thing about that guy. I know he's not good, but, I haven't heard a single thing. Like, what if Julian Davenport just comes out of nowhere and just balls out and takes over that left tackle spot, you know? Wouldn't that be like the biggest plot twist ever? Like, we over here drafted 2 young tackles in the first and second round, and then the guy who everyone knows sucks, Julian Davenport, comes out of nowhere and takes that spot, you know? Just, you know, keep an eye on Davenport. I highly doubt he does anything, but still, you know? He's a young player. There's like a small chance he can improve. Now, I highly doubt it happens, but, you know, you never know. That'd be like I said, a plot twist. And then we got another guy on the O-line, Nick Martin. Now, Nick Martin, when he was drafted, he was supposed to be, you know, this every year Pro Bowler, this all-pro caliber player, 10-plus year starter at center. And all Nick Martin's been so far is just average. He's been a pretty good pass protector, but mediocre run blocker. That's been Nick Martin. You know, hopefully Nick Martin's able to take a step forward this year and become that guy who he was supposed to be, the guy he was drafted to be. Because we need all the help we could get on the O-line. Like, imagine if, like, Martinez Rankin or, you know, one of the 2 rookie offensive linemen, what if one of them ends up being good, like this year? And then, you know, Zach Fulton's already good. And then Nick Martin also ends up, you know, being who he was supposed to be. All of a sudden, we got a pretty good line. So hopefully Nick Martin's able to take a step forward this year and be the guy who he was supposed to be. Now, next thing to listen out for is, where is Whitney Merciless lining up? Like, please, 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 I do not want to hear, oh, you know, Merciless was in coverage and he knocked down a pass. Oh, you know, Lamar Miller went out for the pass and then he burnt Whitney Merciless. I don't want to hear anything that has to do with Whitney Merciless in coverage. Nothing. Whitney Merciless is a pass rusher. That's like putting DJ Reader at safety. It doesn't make sense. So if I see Whitney Merciless and coverage, the word coverage, in the same sentence, we got some problems. Unless it says Whitney Merciless was not in coverage, then it's fine. But other than that, Whitney Merciless shouldn't be in coverage. So hopefully the Texans know what the hell they're doing here and don't drop Merciless back into coverage. Next thing is Lonnie Johnson and Bradley Roby. Roby didn't do any of the OTA stuff. He was dealing with injuries. Lonnie Johnson was struggling before, you know, he went down with an injuries and OTA. So let's see how they do here in training camp. Really interested in that corner group. And then you got Aaron Colvin versus Breann Body Calhoun for the nickel corner spot. Let's see how they do. Apparently Colvin was having a good OTAs, but again, it's OTAs. Let's see what they do in training camp. Other, you know, guys to look out for: Brendan Scarlett, Peter Colombayi, Carlos Watkins, Charles Omenihu, Jermaine Kelly. You know, just some younger guys that are going to get more opportunities with players being out. You know, Jermaine Kelly with the corner spot, you don't really know what's going on there. Anyone can make the team there. Anyone could be the starter, I feel like, because the corner spot is just terrible. You got Charles Omenihu, Carlos Watkins, Brendan Scarlett, and Peter Colombayi. You know, obviously, Clowney's holding out. Watt is being held out. So now the spots are open. Duke Ejiofor obviously suffered that season-ending injury. So now, you know, all these young players are going to get a chance to get reps. So listen out for them. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys for today. And if I missed something or you guys think I should be looking out for something else, comment down below. Anyways, with that being said, be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.